Hi guys. Today's been an interesting day. A friend of mine had a doctor's appointment. She lives in like another small town about half an hour away from us, and she came into my small town to get chiropractic or something like that. And she needed somebody to watch her 3-year-old, which is, 3-year-olds that grew up on a farm don't do sitting still very well. Anyway, it was fun. We went on an adventure through the woodlot, and I don't know why he needed to have his backpack, but he brought his backpack with all of his trucks and his snacks. Maybe that's why. Maybe he's a future Marine. I don't know. Anyway, and then after that, I went to the dentist to get my sutures taken out from my tooth, and they gave me an updated rundown of how expensive next month's dental work is going to be. That's it's a crown that needs to get built. Anyway, so my out-of-pocket cost is going to be $1,273. Yep. So, I don't know exactly. I think it was at like $800 and something in the last, I don't know, proposed treatment plan. That's the word that's on the top of this. Anyway, I don't have my book with me. It's like already down in my car, packed up to go to work with me. I think I was over $2,000 in, and I just took out like $700, like $750, I think. Anyway, so I think I've got like $1,000 in it still. So we'll see. This treatment is March 7th. So I've got February 15th. Well, in February I'll add another 160, plus on the 15th all of my extra money, the snowball money, that in January was over $500. In February, I don't know. I'm assuming that it'll probably be closer to $400 for the month. But, so if I have $1,000 in there and I add another $400, I'll be able to hit my $1,273.25. So I figured I would just give you guys an update on how much it costs to neglect your teeth. Anyway, I'm really glad that I have insurance. They cover just about half of it. It's they cover $1,187.75. So and I am not quite $100 more than them, but that's still really good, I guess, because it could be $2,461 out of pocket. So I'll take it. Anyway, so I figured I'd give you guys an update on what's going on with that. The dental fund is something that I'm taking care of before I start my baby step 2, which is the snowball of debt. So right now I'm treating some of my upcoming grown-up expenses as part of my snowball. Teeth are number one importance because teeth are part of your health. If you don't have your health, then you can't make money to do all the rest of it. After that is getting some money put aside for a replacement car. Hopefully I won't have to replace my car for another 3 or more years, but if I don't have a car, I can't get to work, which means that I can't have money. So to me, those are higher priority than, well, I have to keep current on my debt. That's like a big thing. My debt right now is student loans. I have about $36,000 in student loans, and I have what Dave Ramsey calls a turkey dinner or a Christmas dinner loan, which is I owe my mom $11,000. I have to go back through my bank statements and get the exact amounts and the exact days that I borrowed money from her, or from the account that I set up for her. And then after that, then I'll have the exact amount, and I'll write that up into kind of like a contract so that she has the amount. She's notorious for loaning money to people and kind of like having a rough idea and not really super hyper paying attention to who owes her how much, and keeping track of how much they've paid back versus, his sun is like crazy bright. I'll take it. It's been rainy all day. Yay, Portland spring. So I just want to make sure that I cover my bases, and even if she's not keeping track of how much I owe her, she knows that I'm keeping track of it. And one thing that she had mentioned the other day was that she would kind of like to get paid something. So I need to sit down and make sure that I know how much exactly that I owe her, and come up with an amount that she's okay with every month to start paying as a minimum payment monthly for her. And yeah, that way, I mean, I'm not going to be able to pay a super ton to her, but I told her that what I wanted to do for this year, I gave her a synopsis of what my 2018 financial goals are with my teeth and getting an emergency car replacement fund set up. I told her how much I was planning on getting put aside and all of that. Also got her up to date with what was going on with my credit card. If you guys are new, in 2015, before I started budgeting and before Dave Ramsey was anything other than a televangelist about money, because that's kind of how I thought of him. He was like this super Jesus person. I'm not religious, but like my view of him was he was a super religious guy who like lost his shirt being a what do you call those people that own a lot of properties? A real estate mogul. And that's kind of what I thought of him as. And then through YouTube, I kind of learned that there's some good points to what he had to say, and then I started paying more attention to it and seeing how I could apply these ideas and concepts into my life. Plus, I knew somebody who had followed Dave Ramsey, and I asked them for help. I guess that's kind of how I deal with a lot of things, is that I do a little bit of research and then I talk to somebody else who knows about it and see what they have to say and get their help. But anyway, so I settled on a credit card, and I just got all the paperwork together. I owed just over $10,000, less than $11,000 on this credit card, and I paid just over $4,000, under $5,000, to one-time payment, settle on the credit card. I would be done. They would turn off the credit card. which kind of sucked because I'd had this credit card pretty much since I joined the military in 2001, 2002. And so my credit history with them, even though like for 3 years, yeah, about 2013, 14, and into 15, I had a not so awesome payment history with them. The fact that I had basically 15-ish years, 13 years with them, that 3 years was kind of a blip on the history with them, I guess. Anyway, so they didn't necessarily want to get rid of me. I didn't necessarily want to get rid of them. But I just knew somewhere inside of me that I needed to be done and not have the ability to put myself into a hole again. So I just got rid of the credit card. And then I found Dave Ramsey, and it's really funny because that is pretty much exactly what he, for lack of better terms, preaches about credit cards. They got you into this mess. You need to just get rid of them, get them out of your life so that you can't get into the mess again. And I think learning that about him, and his philosophy, and the fact that that is basically what I organically came up with in my own head about how I needed to deal with my credit card, definitely gave some validity to his message in my brain and my ears, my ability to even listen to what he had to say. Anyway, so further on this credit card, so I settled in 2015, totally screwed with my credit, my tax refund, for 2015, because when you settle on a credit card, the amount that the credit card company or debtor in general writes off is counted as income towards you. So I basically had, I think it was almost $5,000, almost $6,000 more income on the written off amount of money than what I expected with my paychecks. So that made it go from getting a refund between my state and feds of $1,000. I all of a sudden owed, what was it? It was like 700 and 800, something like that. It was a lot. It was, I think it might have been around like $1,400 owed in taxes, which is crazy. So this year, well, last year, 2017, in like September, October, November, somewhere around there, I got a redress. So it was decided without my input that the credit card company collecting so much money from me put me into a financial hardship, and they had to pay me back. So the original balance on that credit card was $10,000 and some change, under $11,000, and they gave me $12,000. Well, they paid me $12,000. So I don't understand how they came up with that number. I mean, it would make sense if they paid me back the $4,000 and something. Maybe if they, I don't know. So now I have to deal with this for 2017's tax return. Yeah. 2017's tax return. Did I pay that off in 2015? I thought I paid it off in 2015. Might have been paid it off in 2016. I think it might have been 16. Anyway, it was like a time and period where I was in between jobs. I had just gotten fired. I was waiting on word back. Like I had a job interview lined up for the job that I've got now. And that was one of the things that I had talked to that person that I was paying the money to. It's like, I'm currently without a job, I just need this done. I borrowed money and I'm just going to take care of this and be done with it. So it's one less thing that I have to worry about. So I think that maybe me saying that went on the record. And that's why they gave me the money back. So we'll see how this affects 2017's tax refund. So I'm going to make an appointment to talk to the tax advisor lady that I go through, see if she can help me out, or if I should probably talk to a financial lawyer about what all of this means, and is there a way, 2017's done, I can't turn it around and invest it and make it disappear-ish, but I don't know. So anyway, there's all that. So, this was like an 8-minute video and now it's twice as long. So that's an update on what's going on with me financially. I've got a new sticker price for my new crown, the $1,273 and $25, plus more information on my credit card and a little bit of background story about how I came into Dave Ramsey. Is that all that I talked about? Yeah. Alright. Bye, guys.